All right, y'all. So what's up? What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. It's Friday. Friday night at 8. Hey, please don't be too late. Got myself a date. Gonna be too late. Hey, great. Hold on, I gotta do this. You make a grown man cry. Yeah. What's going on? So I had to get my fan together, honey. I had to put the clothes on because I wasn't fully clothed. I was like, "This Erica, you need to put some clothes on." Oh, and my ring. So we are down here, girl. I was just like thinking to myself how much I love making videos. I do. I wish I could do it full time. I really wish I could do it full time, but I have two children. I have two dependents. If I was independent, if I was single, no dependents, baby, I would do this full time. Sure would. I would have stopped working a long time ago. Sure would. But other things are priority for right now. The priorities shift as they go, but you know what it is. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let me know that you stopped by. Go ahead and timestamp, clip, share, do all of the things, okay, to let the people know that your girl is down here running her mouth, right? Let me see if I have anything in my nose. I really should have got prepared before I got on this motherfucker for real. Okay, there's no bats in the cave. No bats in the cave. So, girl, we just down here, we just chilling. What y'all doing today? We don't have nothing to talk about. I had a hair up my ass this morning about marriage and about men and part. And I've seen these women just make these dumb mistakes and accepting marriage proposals, and I'm just like, if I can show you how it's just so upside down, where you're running around like it gives a false perception. So I'm gonna just, I this is why I love Twitter, because I can have a thought in my head. I can tweet it and I can be on to the next thing. My timeline is very ADHD. It's ADD conversation. That's what it's called. I can jump from one thing to the next, and I will circle back around. And I will circle back around to the point I was originally trying to make, but other things come up in my mind and click another memory, and I got to tell you that before I get back to the moral or the subject of the story, the real purpose of the story. So last night or this morning, I was looking at my bottom. Well, yesterday I was looking at my bottom canines, and I didn't realize they were so sharp. They do look like vampires. But anyways, there's no way that you can say that men are natural leaders when they always have to be told what to do. They don't want to do something, so they'll just wait for someone to tell them to do it instead of taking the initiative and being a self starter and doing it on their own. I loathe weaponized incompetence. And what triggered it, I was sitting on my balcony and I saw a man and a woman getting into the car. And he was acting like he couldn't help her get the kids and the stuff in the car. And he was just like standing there, like holding the door, watching her. And I was like, why is he not helping her? It's the morning. We getting the kids in the car. Why are you just sitting on the door? Like, you standing on outside the door. I would have really been mad if he got in the car. But he was, I mean, standing, I don't know, what are you watching to make sure, you're watching her back? I don't know what was going on. I was like, why is he standing there? She didn't even ask him. That's why when people say y'all are not needed, she didn't even ask him. Make your goddamn self useful. Stop waiting for a motherfucker to ask you to do something. Because really, nobody has to ask you to do anything. They could just remove you from the entire equation and get somebody else to do it or do it themselves. I was looking at her like, why isn't he helping you? But and then I just was like, and I just started tweeting because I was just like, girl, because I can't say it to her. And then that led me to the concept of love and monogamy really have women out here accepting proposals, entering into relationships with men who don't deserve access, just abandoning logic and sense. When it's all said and done, you don't even get a glimpse of what you called love at the beginning of the relationship. That's why I know it's not real. That's why I know it's not real. It's not just a feeling that you have. It's actually, you know, it's not, maybe you can call it, maybe that's the word you want to call it, but it's really like respect, and it's really doing stuff for people and not expecting. It's really like a reciprocal kind of thing. Love is not one, I don't feel like it's a one-sided thing. I feel like it feels reciprocal. It doesn't feel like you're doing all of this work. You can't say, oh, I love you. No, not when you're letting this woman run around looking like a maid, a mule, and a mattress. You don't love her. You love what she can do for you, but you don't really love her, right? Because again, like I said, when it's all said and done, where you don't even get a glimmer of love, a glimpse of love. When these people be going through divorces and stuff like that, where's the love, girl? Where's that unconditional love for your bestie? Right? That to me tells me you just saying some shit. You just saying some shit. We just been taught to say some shit, romanticize some shit. Romanticize it. Girl, I'll be over here thinking about stuff like this shit is done, like all the stuff, and I'm gonna come down here and tell you, like, girl, let me tell you another way they done duped us, and I'm gonna tell you, and you're gonna be like, no, Erica, no, and then you're gonna be like, maybe she do got a point, yeah, because if you believe, like, I feel like it gives a false perception that most men are suitable for partnership, and the truth is they're not. Most people aren't. And that's because that's not the call. That's not even the call. That's not the goal. That's society's goal, so that you can keep producing humans for this industrialized nation. Keep producing the workers. Machine. That's all that's for. When somebody's telling you, like, I don't know, bound into contracts to express love doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I'll go into contract with you if you know how to run a business. You good with money? Or you good at doing something? Not just because I love you. Because what is that? That's nothing. It's literally nothing. It's just a word that y'all be saying. Remember Tiana Taylor? All the women, there's so many women. Y'all fall in love, calling a man your bestie. He's your everything. After 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, a year, you're ready. Like like Simon and Portia. You want this man next to your child, you don't know anything about him. Nothing. You just accepting a marriage proposal. You think that man was suitable for partnership? Honestly, really, truly? And you really thought that these people are going to be like Gilbert Arenas and his fiance? No. No. And what is she going to do? Probably get pregnant and probably give the baby, name the baby Gabriella or some name close to his, and give him another, legacy, and your name nowhere on it. You just a fucking vessel, a machine, just letting the baby pop out of you and slapping a nigga's name on it, thinking that name has more value over yours. They really have women being proud. There are women who are proud of taking a man's last name, from their dad's last name to another man's last name, and really take pride in it. Like somebody said in the comments, I've had that experience. This woman, I'm gonna tell you, she had her damn wedding photo. She had already been married a year, on Facebook. This is back when I was on Facebook. And her wedding photo was her profile picture, her uniform. She had her uniform on. And she was like, I have my ideas. So I was in the group and I was sharing my ideas. And as married women, nobody likes for anybody to draw out a decision that they've made and make it sound less than smart. Nobody likes to hear that. Nobody likes to hear, like, oh shit, I actually fell for the okie doke. A lot of us do. A lot of women do. Even women who don't want to get married, if somebody asks them to marry them, they actually think about it. Maybe I do want to get married. No, you don't. You don't even want to have kids. I'm just here to say that it's okay not to want or desire those things. And it's okay to also have actually participated, even if you didn't want to do those things and you participated in it. But kudos to the girls who are like, you know what? I'm tired of getting scammed. Right? I saw the scheme that Todd set up to come with us to the with the bullshit. So, girl, no. Have at it. Y'all go nuts. Have them all. Take them all, girl. They all out there waiting for you to believe that they are husband material. Like I said on Twitter, I said in the upside down world, in this upside down world, the Patrix, women believe that the majority of men have potential of being a husband, when in all actuality, the majority of men in the world do not deserve marriage. They don't even deserve partnership. They damn sure don't deserve DNA duplication. I feel like it should be an honor to have a baby named after you. Not just that's just what it is. No. A woman should and even in that, hyphenated. A woman allowing a child to be named after you should not be just a standard modus operandi. No. It should be on like, oh my God, I had a baby with a woman, married or not. She allowed me to put my last name on this child. She allowed me to have a legacy. Y'all be giving legacies to people. And then, like, this is what really bothers me, even when you're not married to the person, right? Shout out to all the women who gave their children their last name, their father's last name, their quote, maiden name. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all who have your mother's last name. Shout out to everybody who's hyphenated the names. And I know some people, you're just doing what you've been taught to do traditionally. There's nothing, quote, wrong with it, because that's what you've been taught to do traditionally. So if you gave your child that man's last name and you weren't married to him, you're just doing something that you thought what you were supposed to do. And you don't have to do that, what you were supposed to do. Remember, all these things that you're supposed to do, you don't have to do none of that shit. None of it. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to have a baby. You don't have to get married ever. You don't even have to date. You don't have to accept a marriage proposal. If a motherfucker asks you to marry him, you can say, no, thank you. Let me see the proposal. Just a ring? No, I need to see the paperwork. I need to see your bill of health. I need to see your portfolio. You're coming to me with a proposal and it's just a piece of jewelry? That's not enough, sir. I'm sorry. I want to see a proposal for marriage. Right. I want to see what makes you so great that I should actually accept a proposal to start a partnership with you and to go down to a courthouse and to sign documents where we are legally bound to each other now. No, I need more than a ring, sir. Why should she marry you? Because you exist? No, sorry. A lot of motherfuckers are running around, women too, believing that just because I exist, I deserve. No, not in this Patrix, where you running around thinking that that's the reason why they give them the power. Because so now that you think all of them have the potential. Yep. You think all of them have the potential. All of them. Because they gave them the power to tell you whether or not they're ready to solidify something that doesn't even serve you. You're the one asking for it. You're asking to be in servitude, to be a maid, to be a mule in a mattress, to have somebody that you got to tell what to do and then tell everybody else he's the leader of your household. No, I'm sorry. That just doesn't never make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. And I hate that women, how do you say, comply in that way. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I said, I think 1 in 1,000 men are suitable for partnering material. When you live in a patriarchy where it's upside down and men are the ones doing the choosing, men are the ones in charge of marriage. It gives a false perception that all men are suitable for partnership. Nobody even thinks that even if the majority of the men have the power to determine the relationship, they don't even deserve access to you. So it gives you like a perception like any man can have access to a woman. And it's just about love and a false promise of monogamy. That's not enough. Sorry, it's not enough. Because when it's all said and done, after 8 years on an average, there's no glimpse of the love that that you said that you had for this person at the beginning. So that means that tells me that the feeling of love is fleeting. Fleeting. I know it's fleeting. You know, I have told men that I love them and be looking at them and don't love them at all. At all. Have you ever been in love? In love? What? No, never. I haven't. No. Was it limerence? Was it infatuation? Maybe those things. Love? No. Nah. That is not what. Mm-mm. And like for me, honestly, I don't believe in the concept of romantic love. I just don't. I think it fucks women up so bad. Look at Rachel Lindsay. Look at all that romance from The Bachelorette, and look, now you got to pay $13,000 a month. You was up in that man's face looking at him. You was in love. You were in love with that man, Rachel. Go ask Rachel Lindsay if she was in love with that man she married, that she has to pay $13,000 a month to. Go ask Neo. Did he love Moneta? Go ask him. Did he love Moneta? Go ask him, did he love Crystal? Is that her name? Crystal? I think I got her name right. Go ask him. That's not love. None of it. None of it is love. I don't care. Going out and being and cheating or practicing infidelity, nothing about love. I didn't love her. You don't love yourself because you put your own life at risk, nigga. Not only my life at risk, you put your life at risk. Because what if the bitch is crazy? What if she's fatal attraction and now your whole family's at risk because you wanted to stick your dick in somebody? That's not love. So y'all just calling it something, making decisions based on that. And when it's all said and done, it was never that. You just playing a role, just acting. It's just acting. It's just acting. Tiana Taylor, not too much. On my bestie, your bestie, let the damn lights go out in the house? Your best friend did that to you? Oh, okay. You sure? That's why I think it's so important to put more stock in and platonic relationships that are mutually beneficial, that are reciprocal, that are respectful, that you respect each other, you respect each other's boundaries, you're individuals in the partnerships that you have. I just feel like the romantic thing does women such a disservice. It actually benefits men. How the Tinder swindler, how he was able to just do that. It's just feed the girls romance. They go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Their eyes wind up. They start remembering when they were a little girl and the wedding that they had in mind. And now this man is a possibility that I can actually do that. Now there's a possibility that my childhood dream of having my day might be fulfilled. You don't even know this motherfucker. You just want a goddamn wedding. If y'all are wedding planners out there, shout out to the wedding planners and event planners. If y'all are not creating events, self-love ceremonies that look kind of like weddings for single women, or women like Melody Holt did, reclaiming their last name after a divorce, if y'all are not promoting that, you missing a lot of money. You leaving money on the table. You leaving money on the table. I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to the event planners who have got a fucking clue. Self-love ceremonies, name reclaiming ceremonies look goddamn like almost like a wedding. Invitations, DJs, cakes, catering, all the shit. It looks like a wedding. The girls want to do that. Have her friends dress up, even if she got just 2 friends. They having a ceremony somewhere. Y'all better, event planners, I'm telling you, the wedding planning shit, you'd get, there's more women unmarried wanting to have an experience like that than there are women who get married. You would make a lot of money doing that. I want 40%. If I was an event planner and had the connections to do parties and stuff like that, and I would definitely promote self-love, name reclaiming ceremonies, all of that. All of it. All of it. Sure would. Y'all leaving money on the table. Thank me later. That's why most women accept any marriage proposal, because they've been trained to believe that most men are husband material because they have the power on who to decide to marry. I mean, I don't have to keep saying it. I've been saying it. I feel like the concept of love is fake. I think like a romantic love. I don't believe it. I don't. I just don't. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, let's see the Jasmine brand.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
LeBron James' wife Savannah hates the term wifey, and what? And reacts to side chicks and sneaky links. I didn't know she was a Virgo. I didn't know Savannah James.
A sneaky link in a side chick. Nothing.
Oh.
To me, young people, help us. We old.
Sneaky link is somebody that you're not speaking with, but your side chick, majority of the time, your main girl know about the side chick.
Oh, Jesus, it is demonic and devilish out here. Honey, just be single. Just be single. And the main chick know about the side chick?
No. The men don't have to be single. Y'all just need to know how to go to the man with the resources and more than one of you, instead of hoarding the resources, because you know he has resources, and because he has resources and women have been socially engineered, even though love is there somewhere, so you're more than willing to overlook the fact that he doesn't have as much resources as someone like LeBron James. But LeBron James is not without women coming to him looking for, I don't know, whatever. So you, instead of hoarding it in the guise of love and monogamy, girl, you are already sharing him. You already know what it is. You're accepting of it. Anybody dating a man who sweats for a living, whether he's running across a court or a stage, he has other women waiting in the wings who know about you and do not care. And guess what? He doesn't either. And because he has the resources to ensure her silence, because that's where the money comes from. That's for the silence, for the discreetness of it all. Isn't it? So instead of doing that, instead of saying, oh, this is evil and stuff like that, y'all need to say, oh, this is the nigga we going to twist the pockets? Okay, we're all going there. Just stay single. Why should he? He has resources. You've been socially engineered to go to the man with the resources. Why should he stay single? Why shouldn't he have multiple women? Oh, no, he's supposed to be monogamous with all these resources, even though the women have all been socially engineered to scurry over to the one with the resources. And you've also been taught that men will just be men. So when he sticks his dick in somebody else, you ain't going nowhere anyway. So why the fuck are we playing this game like monogamy or love or anything like that? Why are we doing it? Why are we playing this game? Oh, I just want to know. Savannah is not one of them. I bet you she is. I bet you she is exactly one of them. Always gave play with somebody else. I've always loved her and how she carries herself. I like her. Don't start putting these people in your business. People used to always drag Savannah for allegedly getting cheated on with no proof, but Vanessa Bryant literally got cheated on the entire marriage with proof, and no one bats an eye. The black community is something else. I have no idea what that means at all. He dated Beyonce's cousin while with her. There's pictures on the internet with them in the pool together, or maybe they were on a break, or he was with her. Just Google Angie and LeBron James in the pool and click images. Savannah plays no games, and I love it. I like Wifey, not the wifey. I'm the wife. Google it, baby. I missed a chat on Wifey. I am wifey, wife, woman, his rib, and anything else after 31 years of marriage. I'm just glad she don't associate with Vanessa Bryant. I guess when they first met in 04, that was enough for her. Wives have always worried about other women. What about the wives who know their husbands are bisexual? I would rather be single.
When I tell you I hate, loathe Wifey with my whole entire soul. Because nigga don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't call me your wifey, and I'm not. I had to politely tell my husband back in the day, you think you know, but you have no idea.
Okay, let's listen
The
to
side chick is wild. Because wild. What's the difference between a sneaky link and a side chick? Nothing. To me, young people, help us. We old.
Sneaky link is somebody that you know you're speaking with, but your side chick, majority of the time, your main girl know about the side chick.
Oh, Jesus. It is demonic and devilish out here. Honey, just be single. Just be single. And the main chick know about the side chick is wild. Because wild. Wild. It's too much. This is stressful. I don't want to be about
y'all telling me Savannah James believes that LeBron James is faithful in their marriage?
Wifey.
She ain't that dumb.
Whole entire soul. Because nigga don't.
Nobody is married or dating an athlete and expecting monogamy. You're not smart. If you are, you're not smart. Not even from a little fucking Keebler looking elf like Stephen Curry. All he needs is a little green hat on, looking like an elf. Even him. Yes. Oh, why would he cheat on a woman? I don't even know why y'all say stuff like that. Why would he cheat on a woman that beautiful and stuff like that? It doesn't even make sense. And then y'all put when I tell you the value, I don't understand the wiring. I actually don't. I don't understand the wiring. I have never craved or desired to be a man's wife. Never, ever. It had never been. Have I pictured a wedding? Yes, my dress was black. Yep, I pictured the flowers. Yep, but I've never wanted or desired to be like, oh my God, I want to be his wife. It was just like, Even when I went down to the masjid, I was like, this is not going to last. I already knew it. I was like, I already know me. This is not going to last. This is dumb. And the way that men are socialized to act like they can control women, no, that's not my thing. It's not my bag. This ain't for me. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't. That's how I feel about it. It doesn't. Okay, let's see. Taylor Swift seemingly reignites feud with Kanye West in a new song. Thank You, Amy, with the words Y with the letters YE in uppercase. Taylor Swift appears to be subtly provoking Kanye with a new live version of a song she originally wrote about her feud with Kim Kardashian. Here's the background. Back in April, Taylor released a single called Thank You, AIM. Thank You, AIM, with emphasize the letters KIM, leading to her vast fan base to speculate that the song was in reference to her long-standing feud with Kim Kardashian. However, this week, Taylor changed the title to Thank You, Amy, this time capitalizing the Y and the E, spelling out Ye's name. This shift sparked speculation that Taylor's change is a nod to her latest album, the Tortured Poets Department, which recently beat Kanye's Vultures 2 to maintain the top spot on the Billboard 200 charts. Many believe Taylor might be subtly celebrating her victory over Ye. Somebody said with no face, the most protected women in America. She throws rocks and hides her hand. And I said, look at Britney Spears and say that again. You can't tell me white women are the most protected women in society. That's also an illusion. It's not the woman who's being protected. It's not. That's not who's being protected. The gender is not being protected. The gender is only necessary for the machine to push out more of them. That's all that is. That's all she's there for. She's not the most protected. Only protected thing is that she's able to produce them, more of them. That's it. Look at Britney Spears and tell me that white women are protected in society. Look at her. Look at her story. Look at Britney Spears' story. She was a slave for men. And they were running her business, and profiting off of her. That's how they do white women. Exactly the way Britney Spears is done. We were able to see it on a grand stage, but that's how they're done. Don't think that these women are more protected than you. Do not think that. Do not internalize that. That is not the truth. Girl, she's definitely dragging it. Beyonce should have won, point blank, period. Girl, get over it. Instead of constantly feuding with Kanye, she should send him a check after the happenings. Her stock went up. She needs all gimmicks. I guess that's what helps her stay relevant. Do she really want Faithful when he's at the most manic state right now? I don't know who Faithful is. Faithful? I don't get it. Girls in tear and playing victim is getting old. We don't care anymore. I don't know what she's crying about. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Andre 3000, Future, T.I., Gucci Mane, and Jeezy are Complex's top 5 Atlanta rappers. I'm trying to see who the women are. Let's see. Let me find the women. Lotto is number 25. Diamond 35. Is Diamond a woman? Is that Diamond? There's only 2 women on there. Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Left Eye was from Atlanta? Well, I guess. I mean, I thought she was from Philly or something like that. Yeah, Philadelphia. I know the fuck. I'm not crazy. She's born in Philadelphia. I mean, she's resting in Lithonia. She's actually soaring above us. But yeah, her marker is in Lithonia. Yeah. I was like, she ain't from Atlanta, but I guess she represents Atlanta. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's only 3 women. Let's see. Okay, let's go to. Oh, did y'all see this story yesterday of the judge who put a student on a field trip? Girl, put the student who was on a field trip. They went to a courthouse, and the kid was falling asleep in the courthouse. And this black male judge felt like he was being disrespected because she was falling asleep, and decided to handcuff her and put her in a jail uniform. And then when they interviewed the mother says, we are currently experiencing houselessness, and she's tired because we've been going from pillar to post, and my daughter is tired. Yes, she's in school on a field trip, but she's asleep. And the fact that that judge didn't even think to ask her, why are you so sleepy? Instead, he took it as a personal dig towards him, full of ego, a personal dig towards him, and decided to put her in a fucking handcuff to traumatize her. What if she was so excited to be on this field trip because she wanted to be a judge? And instead of asking the kid, hey, you're so sleepy, why are you so sleepy? Maybe she would have said, I'm currently homeless. Probably not, because she's in front of all her friends at school. But instead, you embarrass her and traumatize her like that? You should be ashamed of yourself. Detroit judge Kenneth King has been temporarily removed from the bench. Good. The decision was announced Thursday after a 16-year-old was reprimanded for sleeping during a school field trip in his courtroom. And I said to myself, she wasn't there for being a bad kid. She was on a fucking field trip. And you put her in handcuffs and traumatized her. Thank you, motherfucker. I'm so glad his ass was removed from the bench. You do not deserve to be a judge. You're not a good judge of character. You don't even have the capacity to actually be inquisitive, because I'm sure you were a lawyer first. You don't even have half the brain to ask the child, why are you so sleepy? Why you keep falling asleep in my courtroom? What's going on, girl? No, you took it upon yourself to be personally offended, not even knowing her story, and put her in handcuffs and a jail uniform. You should be removed from the bench. You're a poor judge of character, motherfucker. You don't deserve to be a judge. Mom of teen cuffed for sleeping during court field trip says daughter's fatigue was due to the family not having a permanent home. Listen.
Is he out of order? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. The teen who fell asleep ended up in a jail uniform and handcuffs. Tonight, Judge Kenneth King is standing by the way he handled it, but a law professor takes issue with what happened.
7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Olsonida has the video showing how it all played out.
I spoke to Judge Kenneth King. He stands by what he did, placing a 16-year-old in handcuffs after she was allegedly misbehaving on a field trip in his courtroom.
One thing you'll learn about my courtroom is that I am not a toy. I'm not to be played with.
What started out as an informational field trip with the greeting of Detroit nonprofit Tuesday to the 36th District Court in front of Judge King.
This is the 36th District Court for the city of Detroit. We do just about everything that happens in the city of Detroit.
Quickly turned into Judge King getting visibly agitated over a sleeping.
Some asking, is he out of order?
Where's the rest of the thing? Oh, hold on. Let me go. Let me see if they have the rest of the thing over here. Hold on. I don't like when they do that. Half the damn story. It cut off. Oh, here it goes right here.
Out of order. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy.
Hold on, let me
The
fast
teen
forward
who
it.
fell asleep
Failed to do it because just about everything that happens in the city of Detroit.
Quickly turned into Judge King getting visibly agitated over a sleeping student in his courtroom.
You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time and put you in the back, understood?
Judge King had her removed from the courtroom, but he told me that didn't fix her, quote, attitude. And that's when he pulled out the jail uniform and handcuffs.
That's not something that normally happens.
So why would you do that to her?
I felt compelled to do it because
why?
I didn't like the child's attitude.
King says
because she was falling asleep?
A lesson on behavior and respect in court.
I haven't been disrespected like that in a very long time.
He then threatened the girl with jail time.
I'm going to go to sleep tonight while you're sitting in the juvenile detention facility. Was I really going to do that? Probably not. Could I have? Probably so. But that's not what I want to do to a kid who's there on a field trip.
But you put her in handcuffs, motherfucker.
Now raising questions within the legal community. Larry Dubin, a former attorney with a background in legal ethics and now a law professor, making his concerns heard.
Just totally inappropriate.
A white man.
There were so many other ways in which to have helped that young girl learn. I have never seen anything quite like what I saw that took place in the courtroom.
The nonprofit running the field trip tells me in a statement, quote, although the judge was trying to teach a lesson of respect, his methods were unacceptable. The young lady was traumatized by the judge's unnecessary disciplinary treatment and scolding. The judge standing by his methods, though, saying it was all just to help children from being in his courtroom later in life.
So that was my own version of scared straight.
And Judge King tells me that he has been in contact with the girl's parents and that he does hope to mentor her. In Detroit, I'm Rudolph Snyder, 7 News, Detroit.
All right.
Mentor her? No, motherfucker, you're not allowed next to my child. You just traumatized her. You didn't even ask her. You assumed she was disrespecting you. You didn't even ask her. And then told her, I'm going to be at home sleeping while you're in a juvenile detention. I'm on a field trip, sir. Are you nuts? You want to teach her a lesson? And then he lied and said he has never had that happen to him in his courtroom. I guarantee you there's been a motherfucker in your courtroom ruder than a 15-year-old student. I'm so glad he was removed. You need to be removed. You have a poor judge of character, sir. You really do. You didn't even think to ask the kid. You just wanted to show off. And I thought to myself, I was reading the article and I said, wait a minute. This girl was on a field trip and got treated like this? Removed from the bench. Good. Good. I would sue the city, the state, everybody connected with him. Everybody, including him. You don't get to traumatize children, sir. You're a judge. And you couldn't even tell that the girl was asleep. You didn't even ask her, girl, why you keep falling asleep in my courtroom? You know? That would have been a lesson like, hey, let me tell y'all, falling asleep in here. You're not supposed to fall asleep in a courtroom. That is actually disrespectful to the court. If you were in here for real and I was judging a case against you or for you, you would get in trouble for falling asleep in the court. That's how you give a lesson, you stupid motherfucker. But you wanted to stretch your ego and exercise your ego. Get your ass off the bench. Take the gavel out of your fucking hand. You don't deserve it. You want to traumatize children on field trips, motherfucker? You won't get to do it again. You didn't even think to ask the kid, why are they sleeping? Or to make it a lesson? No, you wanted to point this little girl out and make her out to be a lesson, traumatize her. Really? And then hope you can, you're not allowed, you don't have a good judge of character. You're not allowed next to my child to mentor who? To do what? No. No. I want to read some of the comments. Somebody says, as a black man, why would you do this? Because as a black man, you answered your own goddamn question. A damn ego trip. Here's this fool, Father God, in the name of Jesus, asking a man to behave. Girl, I don't even want to read this. Now a lawsuit needs to come from the family. Abuse of power at its finest. Mind blown. Violated all the child's civil rights. Lock him up like he did the child and pay the family. I hope the mother can sue and get them a big, beautiful home for them to live in. This really bothered me when I first heard about it. It really pisses me off after hearing the reason why she was falling asleep. And then this is an example. And for a melanated person to exercise that, where you could see a child falling asleep and you feel like that's disrespecting you, and so that you have to extend your power and to subdue this kid, and make an example out of a kid who is experiencing homelessness already in a traumatic situation. She goes to school because she has to, and she's sleeping, and you put her in a uniform, a jail uniform, and handcuffs because you have never been disrespected in your courtroom like that. You're a liar. I guarantee a motherfucker who looks just like you has disrespected you worse than a fucking 15-year-old girl on a goddamn field trip. Okay, can somebody explain what is going on with capital some black men? Today, we are bombarded with Stephen A., Umar Johnson, now this. What is some black men's problem with black women? We are being full on attacked. Okay, that's good, but y'all see how quick black people in law enforcement are punished? I wonder if that white judge who wanted black kids to be shot and using racial slurs is suspended, or did anything happen to her? Someone said she was suspended and currently under investigation. Y'all have to get out of the vortex of race. You have to. You have to. And thinking that people are not being treated the same. That judge was suspended and being investigated. So what now? What now? What do you have to say now? The fact that a judge reprimanded a child, a female child, that's it, for no reason on a field trip. I don't care what he looks like. It was an abuse of power over a child. I heard a story this morning of that man who was allowed to compete in the Olympics, who had been convicted of rape, a child, and is upset because his family is being harassed. We shouldn't even know where you are, nigga. We shouldn't even know who you are. After you were released from jail, you should stay undercover, not on a grand stage at the Olympics. All the while, y'all worried about Iman Khalif being a natural born woman. And all the while, you got a child rapist being fucking competing in the goddamn Olympics. Harassing a woman because she's too masculine. She might be a man. And then even enforcing the rules of what womanhood looks like, knowing good and goddamn well, if they had a choice to say what womanhood looks like, you wouldn't be included. And you have a whole fucking a rapist of children competing. Nobody bats a fucking eye. That motherfucker only did a year. A judge only gave a man who RAPED'd a child 1 year. He only served 1 year. They don't care about children. You saw a judge just put a child in handcuffs and a uniform for falling asleep. Not a child in his court for misbehaving, for terrorizing the community on a goddamn field trip. Y'all don't care about kids. These judges don't care about children. Because if they did, people who harm children would have heftier sentences once they're convicted, yes. But they don't. You have judges who, that boy who was a swimmer and assaulted that girl behind a fucking trash dumpster. And we don't want to ruin his reputation. We want this young man to be able to have a fulfilling life. We don't want his life to be ruined. But you don't think that this girl probably has nightmares from the act that this guy did? But no, a judge didn't want to harm. Lucky this damn camera got full. Shit. You lucky the storage got full because I was going to keep going. You lucky it paused me. Shit. Okay, I gotta go. The video's too long already. I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like that. I wonder what else he's done with his abuse of power. They are. All the time. Y'all have to stop doing this. You're so worried about the judge being black and reprimanded than you are about the black man reprimanding and putting a little black girl in handcuffs and uniform for no reason but that she was falling asleep and that he felt that he was being disrespected and has never been disrespected in his courtroom by a little girl falling asleep. I didn't like her attitude. She was falling asleep. He didn't like her attitude. And instead of inquiring about the welfare of the child, she could have been getting abused or anything. You don't know. No, but you want to traumatize her some more. Let me be the hands that traumatize her some more. Let me fuck up the image of black men she has forever. Let me traumatize this girl so that she can look at black men, all black men crazy. Now, this black man fucking put me in a fucking uniform and handcuffs because I was falling asleep. She's never gonna forget it. Thanks to you. Thanks, Judge. And I hope that this girl didn't ever, like, maybe she wanted to be a judge. You never know. You never know. She might have wanted to be a judge. And now you've ruined it by traumatizing her because your little ego was bruised because a little girl was falling. It's not a criminal, not a little terrorist, nothing. Not even a juvenile delinquent. Nah, it was a little girl on a fucking field trip, nigga. And you felt disrespected and has never been disrespected like that in his courtroom before. Was I going to do it? Probably not. Could I have done it? Probably. So that tells me you like to abuse your power. I could have put her in jail for what? Falling asleep? And then you're going to fix your musty ass mouth to say you want to mentor her to what? Traumatize her some more? No, you won't get to do that. And you've probably changed the perception that she has of people who look like you forever. You did something to her that she didn't even deserve none of that. She didn't deserve any of that. And she's already experiencing homelessness. No, but you don't want to find out why the kid is falling asleep. Anything could be happening in her house. So she could be being sexually abused. And you want to put her in handcuffs and uniform because you're fucking ego. Fuck you, nigga. And I hope that you stay unbenched forever. I hope you don't ever get to have the honor of being a judge. How dare you? Traumatizing children. Motherfucker. You're a poor judge. I hope they strip you of everything just for that one act. I hope you're stripped of all of your fucking privileges of being a judge. I hope you back to pushing motherfucking paper, nigga. I hope. That's my hope for you. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.